Hello YouTube, my name is Surviving History, and today we are at the National Museum of the United States Marine Corps in Quantico, Virginia, to talk about the M4A3 Sherman that they have on display here. Without further ado, let's get right into it. The M4A3 Sherman at this museum was built as 11578 by the Ford Motor Company in December 1942, roughly 6 months after full-scale production of the variant started. But if we're going to be even more exact, this variant is an M4A3 75D Sherman, which the D in 75D stands for dry, as the ammo rack didn't have water glycol jacketed lockers. 1,690 M4A3s were produced by Ford Motor Company throughout World War II. The history of the M4A3 75D is relatively short and pretty simple to put it together. The history of this tank starts in 1942, when most of these M4A3 75 Shermans were withheld for training purposes for new tank crews, until about 1945, when some of them were shipped off to Europe to replace destroyed models in the fight against fascist Germany. Other weapon types the M4A3 75 was known to carry was that such as the 75mm M3 cannon with 97 rounds of stored ammo. One type of ammo that the M3 cannon fired was the 15-pound M72 shot, which could fire at a range of 3,200 feet or about 1 kilometer at 2,031 feet per second or about 620 meters per second. The M72 shot had a penetrating power of about 76 millimeters against flat rolled homogeneous armor at a range of about 1 kilometer, or as mentioned, 3,200 feet. Other weapons the M4A3 75D used was the 7.62mm M1919A4 air-cooled machine gun. Normally, one would be located in the hull for the assistant driver to use, with a second being located in the turret to go along with the main gun. On the roof, one more machine gun, a 12.7mm M2 Brownet air-cooled machine gun, could be mounted on the roof. This was used by accompanying infantry or the tank commander. Speaking of the crew, the M4A3 had a crew of 5. The tank commander, as mentioned, the gunner, the loader, the driver, and the assistant driver. In standard American tank configuration, the assistant driver, the gunner, and the commander all sat on the right side of the tank, while the driver and the loader sat on the left side. The M4A3 75D Sherman weighed 30.3 tons, but could still reach a max speed of 30 miles per hour. To pull all this weight, the tank used a gasoline Ford GAA V8 engine producing 500 horsepower at 2600 RPM, and a Spicer manual synchromesh transmission using 5 forward gears and 1 reverse gear, giving it a power-to-weight ratio of about 16.5 horsepower per ton. Of course, all of this interior space had to come with a pretty decently large size. The M4A3 75D Sherman was 19 feet 2 inches long, 8 feet 7 inches wide, and 9 feet tall. To go along with this size, the tank's armor is as follows. The front hull was 50.8mm at 56 degrees. The side of the hull was 38.1mm, though there are areas on the side of the hull where 25.2mm of applique armor was added, though all of this was added at a 0-degree angle. The turret, meanwhile, was 76mm thick at its most, with varying angles of sloping. The side turret is the same story, but only at 50.8mm. I believe that's all we have left to talk about when it comes to the M4A3 75D Sherman variant. Again, this video was recorded at the National Museum of the United States Marine Corps in Quantico, Virginia. I would like to extend my gratitude to my Patreon supporters, Autumn Johnson and Jackson. Your generous contributions allow me to create bigger and better videos, and I am very grateful for your support. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking, subscribing, and commenting if you guys want to see more of this type of content. But without further ado, I think that'll be all for today. I'll see you guys next time. Surviving History, out.